Welcome to It's So Noble. I'm Elizabeth Noble, and I'm here to talk to you about how to get your database into a database project. This is really kind of the first step for me of getting any database into a managed version control system. So I'm going to look at the database. I'm going to connect to my server, and we see that we have this database called Book Catalog. Now, what I've done before I started this recording is I have installed the SQL Database Projects extension, and a dependency of this extension is the SQL Server Schema Compare extension in Azure Data Studio. But now that I have both of those installed, I can go ahead and set up my database project. So the first option I have is to create either a new project or create a project from a database. I'll say the first time that you're setting up a database project, I think the easiest thing to do is create a project from a database. So I'm going to go ahead and click that connection, and it's got my connection list here. So I'm going to use my local host, and I'm going to select Book Catalog as my database, and I'm going to connect. And then the default name is database project Book Catalog, and that's some sort of naming convention you can go with. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this for the default for now, and then I will select where my repo's going to live. And then I get to choose the various options. I can have file, flat, object types, schema, or schema object types. Now, if you've used SQL Server data tools in the past, the schema object types is going to be the closest to what you're familiar with. Essentially, the schema goes ahead and shows the schema name, and then has sections for stored procedures, tables, and then inside of those, the objects are very neatly stored. I find it's a really easy way to look at the database code and get familiar with it and kind of be comfortable with what's a view, what's a table, that sort of thing. And if you see here on projects, I have this database projects catalog, and in DBO, I have tables, and then I have my table data definition language statements used to create these objects. And that's it. That's how you get your database into a database project.